conversation in less time. Enjoy the highlights of the best episode and do not forget to hit the bell icon to subscribe so you'll be the first one if we release any video. And thank you so much for getting the time from your busy schedule. Thank you.
No, thank you so much for reaching out and having me on your show.
Indeed.
It's really amazing to know and see how many people reach out to me through social media and how many people I'm able to connect with because of this internet revolution, because of the social media. So thank you so much.
Indeed. And that was even a surprise for me when I really DM'd you and put something on comments, hey, please check your DM, and at the same time you just reply and call back, and I'm like, wow, you're so humble to do that. So thank you so much.
See, I try and respond to everyone, but the only thing is that there are times when people DM me, and if they are not on my list, it goes in that request folder. And I might not be able to check it. And there are times when I check it really late. But that was a good idea actually, to message me on a post so that I can respond. I can at least see that immediately. So yeah, that's a good idea. You have given me also an idea as to how to approach people.
Got it. That's great. Also, to start with, how Bigg Boss will start this episode.
9 बजे Spotify पर विजय विक्रम सिंह आए अपनी बात कहने प्रिया सचदेव के साथ.
Thank you, Bigg Boss.
No, I'm not. I'm the narrator's voice on the show, by the way.
I know.
There are two voices. One. So yeah, people call me Bigg Boss, but I'm just a voice who responds to commands.
Made lots of difference. This voice had made lots of difference. Like the whole world loves the show because, of course, there's a concept, there's a whole lot of entertainment, but of course, there's a hype of Bigg Boss. So of course.
No, but you know what? I have got a lot of popularity thanks to Bigg Boss because people think that there is only one person who's speaking, and but they don't know the fact that there are two different voices, and I'm the narrator's voice on the show. So yeah, but it always feels amazing to be recognized, to be known, especially when you are in the business of voice, where people do not know the faces behind the voices, and to still be known, be known and loved is amazing.
Indeed. And also, I was about to ask, this is going to be my next question, that you have evolved in this industry as a voice, as someone who's a narrator of a big show, but now you have also get into the acting. So how that transition seems like have you always wanted to do that? Okay, after being into the narration, you want to do the acting part, or do you miss that part? Being onto the screen, being the face of something. So how does that shift seem like?
It was not planned. It was again accidentally. I discovered the fact that I can act as well, and I did a lot of theatre. I did theatre after getting into voicing to improve my voice. But one thing led to another, and I was part of one show, and I acted in that show, which is called Family Man. And then I realized that, I love this thing and love this art form, but I need to work on it. So since 2018, I started working on the craft. So the entry into the acting space was accidental. I never aspired to be an actor. But once I entered the acting space, it became planned in the sense that I started working towards understanding the craft more. And I realized how difficult it is to be an actor. And now I enjoy the process because it is a very difficult process. But the process is beautiful.
Also, when we talk about, your personal story, let's get a flashback on the formative years. Of course, we have all gone through your videos, your Josh talk and everything, but you mentioned that, there's a whole lot of success, a whole lot of failures, grit, whole lot of, holdbacks when you have reached to that point. You always dreamed to be in army, right? And that there was that phase. So tell us about that thing, that how, of course, it was a typical difficult phase. So what that moment looks like when there was a big shift where you have changed the mindset. Okay, if this thing is not happening, you have to think of something else, think of something bigger, not your plans but God's plan. So how does that shift seem like?
That shift happened again accidentally, because I went into a very dark phase, and I started doing things that I should not have been doing. I went into depression and alcoholism, and because of that, I got into a lot of trouble in terms of my health. The result of that bad health was hospitalization and being in immense pain. So when you are in immense pain and you are hospitalized and you are seeing your family suffer because of you, it can lead to a lot of introspection. And in my case, it happened because I almost died in that process. And when you have a near-death experience, you understand the futility of life, and you understand the importance of utilizing your time when you are there. I realized how I wasted my time in self-pity, in just thinking about things that hadn't happened. Whereas there was so much positive that was happening around me, but I was only stuck with one negative that happened in my life. I keep saying that we are all victims of our own mindset. I was one. Thankfully, those moments of pain and despair that led me into realizing my mistakes. And the moment you realize your mistake, the corrective actions follow. So I realized my mistakes, and I realized that life is beautiful, and it's all about now. That is the only thing that you can fix, because that is the only thing that you have. No point feeling sad or depressed about something that hasn't happened, probably that was never meant to be. You also have to understand that there are things in life that are not meant to be. There are things in life that are meant to be, they will happen, and there are certain things in life that are not meant to be. They will never happen in your life, and you have to take them sportingly. And I realized the importance of failing. So it's not important how many times you failed. What is important is how you got up and started trying again. These are the things that I learned the hard way, almost dying in the process. But once I learned them, I kept those learnings with me and started moving ahead. And that moving ahead itself with a positive mindset led to so many beautiful things. Like moving ahead with a positive mindset, doing a job and realizing that you have a voice which you can use as a profession, and then changing your profession completely to be into voiceovers, into an absolutely uncertain profession that you have no clue about. That happened because I changed my perspective, I opened my mind.
I think that's pretty deep, and as you mentioned that you have learned it the hard way. I think anyone who might be at this point of life and listening this, I think it's one of the biggest life lesson one can learn through, and I don't know, it's going to stay with me at least. So thank you so much. Also, you can enjoy the full episodes on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, or any other audio streaming platform. Links in the description below. And I'll see you soon in the next video with another great value, with another great story, with another great human. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye, and God bless us all.